Hey everybody, this is my Mun video. I am the Mun who RPs the muse of Twinkle Toes Aang and Airbending Rohan. Um, some people, well, a friend of mine showed me her video and she was like, you should do it, so here goes. I usually don't make videos because I don't think that, they always turn out right. So, here goes nothing. I'm gonna give you a little bit about me. Um, my nickname is Jazz. I have 2 birth certificates, 2 names. It's a long story, really. Um, the reason why I have 2 birth certificates is because I was born in a plane. My mother got on a plane, and when the pressure dropped, she went into labor. We were headed to Gaza, Egypt. And she had me in Egypt. I was birthed in Egypt, but I was in a United States international plane. Therefore, I had to go to their hospital, and they issued the birth certificate there because of my dad is Arabic Egyptian, and his name, what am I? My name in Egyptian is Feriaku Mugulideskero. And my American name is Jasmine Miller. So, yeah. The way that I found out about that is I tried to get a job at the airport. And when they were running my background, they told me I lied because I put, St. Louis as my hometown. And they was like, you lied. And they pulled me into the office and was like, we need to find out who you are, like, right now. And I freaked out, and then they looked it up and they found out, and I was like, okay, so I'm an airplane baby. And it was like, yes. And I was like, well, it's good, I'm not going to jail for being a terrorist. So that's how they found out. There's the cool fact about the Mun. I'm 25 years old. I'm a hard-working mother of 1. I am married. I've been RPing since I was 13, so that's a good couple of years. My best muse is actually Poseidon from the Greek verse. I follow the myth. My second best would be Aang. So I guess we'll go ahead and get to the questions. I guess that's enough about me. Alright, so the first question that we have is from my friend. She RPs Inia. Her name is Doc. She said, if you woke up one morning to find you had been turned into A for the day, what would you do? Well, there's a lot of fighting in the country where I'm from, and the areas surrounding Egypt, Iraq, Iran, all of them. If I was Aang, I would put a stop to it because there's a lot of innocent people dying. So I would also stand up for the rights of women there. I was given the option to stay there or come to America. I chose to come to America because women there don't get that good of an education. So there's the answer to that question. If you could be any character from Avatar: The Last Airbender, who would you be? What about Legend of Korra? As for that character, would you do anything that would change the story as far as your decisions? I like Aang, but if I could be a character, I would probably be Azula. And I don't think I would have made that decision with my friends. And I would have played it a little smarter towards the end. If I was Azula, don't call me vindictive, but I would have tried to not so much follow in Ozai's footsteps, but to overthrow Ozai, because that's just kind of woman I am. Not really, but yeah, that's just how I think. I love twists. If there's one thing you could say to the creators, what would it be? I would say that I know they're getting a lot of crap from the Avatar world about Legend of Korra and some of the decisions I made. I'm a writer. I write my own books and such, and therefore I can understand what you do with that story with these characters is your choice. I 100% support them. I like Legend of Korra. Yes, it's a new jump and twist, but it's interesting. And what I would ask them was if they could put more Boomy in, because I think Boomy is just hello sexy and awesome, and he only got like 3 seconds. And in the 3 seconds, I was like, whoa, who's that? So that's what I would ask. This one is from Ozai, and it says, well, X-File Lord Ozai. 3 questions until I came up with more. 1. Why did you choose Aang? I chose Aang because in all reality my personality is like Aang. There's a lot going on around me, but I just sit back and be quiet and take it and strive. I'm sick all of the time, but I just kind of keep pushing and I do what I need to do. So Aang stands out to me because he was only 12 and he was a kid, and he pretty much tossed all that stuff aside, took the grief for losing his family and everything, and still got shit done. And that's why I like Aang. 2. If you can analyze the dynamics of Ozai and Aang's relationship in our RP, Aang believes Ozai can be good. He sees a lot of what he saw in Zuko and Ozai. Therefore, he keeps pushing, and he knows he's seeing some turnarounds, but he's still iffy and a little bit scared. This is the man that was his biggest threat since he woke up from the iceberg. So he still holds this little fear and he won't turn his back on Ozai, if that makes sense. And 3, can you say icky kabing kabang plea 2? I think I did. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. Next question. Anonymous. Do you like soup? I do. I do, actually. I have a tendency to want to eat soup over a lot of other different things. So, yes, I do. Like, yeah. I've always been the kind of girl that would go for spinach over cake. Can I say something in a silly voice? I don't know. Not right now. I don't think I can right now. Do I have an embarrassing headcanon for my muse? Not right now, but I could come up with one right quick. For Rohan, I did an RP with an Icky or whoever, and she kind of walked in on him while he was masturbating, so that's the only thing I could think of, and it was really awkward. But Aang, his are usually all really small, so nothing that really stands out for Aang right now, other than his fetish. He has a fetish for a natural beauty woman. He doesn't care about makeup and all that. He actually prefers a woman to be like in a t-shirt and underwear and hair messed up, like she just got out of bed, kind of pretty, like that. So, how many followers do you have currently? I have 242 followers. I used to have 320 something, but I lost a lot of them during a huge dispute that I'm not going to discuss here, but it cost me a lot of followers and a lot of RPs. And it wasn't my fault. I refused to cyberbully. Do I have AURPs? Yes, I do! And they're 2 of the best friends in the whole world. My first AURP is mostly over Skype because she works a lot and she's kind of relaxing on Tumblr. It's with Bending Psychopaths. She is amazing. I love her characters. Who says OC characters can't be great? She is. And from what I see, she has the potential to be novella. So you can't tell me that the depth in the story is not there, because it totally is. Um, Enya, I talk to her every day on Skype. We just happened to meet. I kind of, hit her up and was like, hey, you want to add me on Skype? She was like, sure. And then I called her, and we talk every day about everything. She's been here through some of my hard times. I'm having a hard time right now. So, her and our queen, which is Jessie, both of them are my friends, and I talk to them so much about everything. They see me during some interesting times. I'm constantly in pain. If it's not my tooth, then it's cancer. Um, Both of them kill me, literally. Like, I lay in a bed, curled up in a ball, or on the sofa, choking down medicine or whatever. And when that doesn't work, I smoke weed. So, it takes the pain away. I'm loopy as hell, but it works. Therefore, they usually see me when I'm high, and they sit there and they just laugh. They never judge me. They never judge me. They never question. They just sit there and laugh. I say off-the-wall shit, and like I'm not obnoxious or whatever, but you can definitely tell I'm high. Um, they are my best friends. Enya is going through some stuff with some people because she believes that people don't want to RP with her because she's an OC. Well, they're stupid for that. It's great to RP with OCs because OCs provide a door for creativity and a new story. And if you want to keep pushing that away to go with something that you've seen on TV constantly and you know how it plays out, then fine, you're lost. But I'm here to be able to get into my creativity and everything. So, okay, next one. Do you have a favorite ship? Ships are touchy for me. The reason why is because I love Katang. They're so adorable. But I will RP Zutara because it's interesting. It provides the door to be open for, Toph and Aang. Aang and Ace OC. It just opens the door. There's a lot of different ways the story could have went, and I get to explore those ways in different ships. There's a few ships that I can't stand, but for the sake of the ship wars, I'm not going to mention them here. It's not Zutara, just so you know. I think Zutara is adorable, but it is what it is. So, there's my view on ships. Ships are everywhere. Just jump on one and ride. You don't have to choose. You can just get off one and go on the other, and then you can do it at the same time and just be happy and all over the place. So, yes. Ships are awesome. I had a question a few weeks ago about what makes me happy. The way it was phrased was, I always complain about what makes me sad, but what makes me smile. And so I just thought that, I'll show you. She is not beat up, I promise. She took a magic marker, and she drew all over her crib, her body, her book, her toy, everything. That is what makes me happy, right there. That's my pride and joy. And if you are ever on cam with me, then you will see her jump into the camera and try to take over my camera multiple times. She's pretty good for it. She takes a lot out of me because I love being on camera. Alright. So we're going to check for more questions. My favorite movie is, well, I have several of them, of course. I adore the Mummy series. I love movies about Egyptians that seems like they knew a little bit of the history they were looking up on. some of the things they said in that movie really was the language of Egyptians. Not all of it. Some of it was just gibberish, but some of it was real. I'm a fan of cartoons. I am new to Adventure Time, but it's okay, I guess. It's just all over the place. I love Samurai Jack because it's so random. The best thing to watch while you're high. Cleveland Show is hilarious to me. And Family Guy. I laugh so hard. I just love watching it. I like the Tinkerbell series. I like, you know, different things. The only movie I can't stand right now is SpongeBob because my daughter runs it into the ground. I'm pretty much open to anything. I just can't watch some movies with rape or some forms of torture inside of it. I was surprised I could watch Immortals. It's a lot of stuff that I can't watch. I can never watch Lifetime. Ever. Because there's a lot of stuff that shows up in Lifetime that I can't handle. Let's see. Okay. I have RP'd Aang, Rohan, Roku. I can pretty much RP any character in a storyline. There's a few who I struggle with, like Sokka is hard for me. And Zuko, I can't really do a good Zuko at all, because his character is very hard for me. I don't know why, it just is. I actually could RP Ozai. I used to, at another site, and I was a pretty vindictive, evil Ozai. But he's retired now. Those are all the characters that I have ever RP'd in the Avatar verse. Legend of Korra, the character I have a very hard time RPing is actually Mako. I could pull off Bolin. Korra, I've RP'd her before. Yeah, Mako and Lin. I can't RP Lin Beifong either. So, but I could do Toph. Toph is easy. So, I'm going to tell you a few things about what I feel about Tumblr before I get off here. The first thing, if you're ever going to join Tumblr, don't join Tumblr worried about how good you are or how many followers you're going to have. I don't give a rat's ass if I had 5 followers. Because if all of them are productive and all of them give you wonderful stories, then it's so worth it. I can deal with 5. Don't get caught up in drama. I used to try to reach out and help people, but then I got put into a really bad situation. I didn't know anything about it, but apparently I took a big hit because I refused to do nothing. You don't need to be in a group. It's independent roleplay. Be yourself. Do what you do. You'll find a group of friends who you fit in with eventually. Just be patient. And that's pretty much what I learned. Your layout. It does mean a lot. If your layout's not really that good, then some people assume, I don't care. But there's a lot of people who will judge you before they even get to know you. OCs, in my opinion, there are some that aggravate the hell out of me because they have no background. They just want to RP and be able to do whatever they want. I can't stand that. You've got to have some kind of stability. But for the most part, the OCs that I've run into and actually interacted with, I've watched for 3 to 4 weeks before I ever asked them for an RP. That's how I choose my OCs. Don't judge them first. Watch them. If you have a question about them, watch them. Watch what they're doing. Watch their RPs. Then ask them. I am bad for stalking a blog before I RP with it. Why? Because I don't have time for drama. I don't have time for cyberbullying. I don't have time for somebody trying to run my character. So I don't have that problem. Ever. Because I choose carefully. I will RP with anybody. But you got like 3 chances to blow it with me. 3 things I can't stand. Telling me how my character should act is a good way to get it. Unfollowed, deleted, and blocked. Because that's my character. Last time I checked, you're RPing your character, I'm RPing mine. Do not tell me how to RP my character. Ever. That pisses me off to no end, because I know how I want to RP. A, you can't reach inside my head and tell me how to write my character. If you don't think it's right, then don't read it, don't follow, don't even respond, just unfollow. It's that simple. The second thing that will irk my nerves is trying to push my character into smut. I will smut, but I'm very selective. You will not constantly see smut on my page. A lot of times, I would take it off and put it on Skype or some kind of messenger, because I don't like to put Aang's business out there all the time. There are a few times with a guitar or whoever where you will see it pop up, and I will put read more on it. Now, if you decide to click on it and read it and you get offended, then that's your fault, stupid. So don't sit there and come to me upset, because I am very descriptive. I am very mature. I describe everything. So don't read my smut if you can't handle it. Third thing that I can't stand, and this irks my nerves. I will shut it down. I'll give you chances, but I'll shut it down. I won't RP it. What irks my nerves is when the Avatar The Last Airbender was written, aired, the series. They're kids. Aang was 12. Katara was what? 13, 14, if I'm not mistaken. The oldest one, who could have possibly did a little smut then, would have been Zuko. Or Ozai, of course, the adults. Do not come to my young Aang before war. When I ask you before, pre or post war, that is also me asking you, okay, what kind of RP is this going to be? Because if you say pre-war, that automatically rules out the option of smut or any thoughts of it. They're children. Children don't focus on that, especially if they're scared for their lives and fighting as hard as they can. Do not ever try to smut with any of my characters as a child. I do not tolerate that. That is the one thing that irks my nerves. I've seen it, and it makes me sick. How the fuck does a 12-year-old child get up and do anything? It's like this big. Come on. So, yeah. I believe that was the last question. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. If there's more questions, I'll send out another video on Monday. Ta-ta.